Greetings and welcome back everyone to City Skylines and of course to the City of Anoon, where, as you can see, glitched out a little bit there, I've built a footpath. It looks terribly steep, but when you actually get closer down, it isn't actually that bad. It's more than acceptable, honestly, considering the amount of rigmarole I usually have to go through, and it doesn't mess up either of the paths. I also have another one over here. I'm especially fond of this one because it goes under the bridge, which I think is particularly nice. That one's a little bit more aggressive in its steepness, but still, I think, acceptable. Now, as I promised, off camera, I have gone ahead and I've set everything up. We have the metro, as you saw in the last episode, with this rather crazy loop there. But now we have individual bus lines where it makes sense. So, for example, the Beelzy Bubble Industrial Park has its own bus line. The Asher Moonrise Hills has its own bus line, a fairly simple one. That one actually hooks up with the passenger ferry and goes back to its metro, so passengers could go from here to there and then wherever they want. Same with Bone Dragon Henge. Bone Dragon Henge's bus line is understandably more extensive given how big Bone Dragon Henge is, but it links up close to each of the metros that are in this district, so there shouldn't be any problem with anyone getting where they need to go. And it does also visit the passenger dock there as well. We also have a Rock Phillip Deeper Wellery line that just visits a number of the areas, including this train depot. I didn't go up to this one just because of the complexity of the one-way system. Well, it isn't really complex, it's just frustrating. Right, I need to come out of this in order to do that. Okay, fair enough. The Rick Eaglebrick Heights bus line doesn't need to change. And bringing it back to the depot makes a lot of sense because there are certain areas... This is still the bus depot. And there are certain areas which can only be accessed through this, namely the Rum Patrol Grocery, which isn't going to have a metro of its own, so its buses need to come back to Rick Eaglebrick to drop off to go use the metro elsewhere, and also Gentry Terraces and Gentry Council. So, all in all, I think it's working well so far. Now, let's get out of this so I can delete that burnt down husk of a building there. Alas, our firefighters were not there in time. It is a shame, but they're generally doing their job fairly well. There are a reasonable amount of fires going on here, unfortunately, but they do a very decent job of dealing with them all. And now all of these places here pumping are sending their oil to the various refineries, which is actually pretty cool. Now then, what are we doing down here? We've actually still got a fairly good demand for commercial, which I'm honestly really surprised with. I'm really surprised that there's still a demand for it. But that said, let's have a quick look at this. That is really not good enough. No. We need better. We could go for the Paradox Plaza. No, we're going to have a carousel. Everyone loves these. Everyone. I refuse to hear anything bad said about a carousel. We're going to have one, maybe not just there. Let's see if we can get one it's kind of snuck in up here, perhaps. We'll lose 2 buildings to put it there, which is a shame. We'll lose 2 buildings to put it there as well. Still, I think it may be worth it. We'll lose 3 if we try to put it there. Well, that said, it may be worth it to do. Yeah, we're gonna put it there so we've got a bit of a better coverage there. There we... Oh, wow, look at that. Look how happy they are. That is enormously improved the available accessibility to leisure buildings. I like it. Now, we need to name this. This shall be the Predator... No, I'm not going to name a carousel a Predator Carousel. I'm going to veto Chaotically's decision there, because that could be taken in some pretty dark directions. No. We will go with Harpsichord. The Harpsichord Carousel, named for Chiriolexical Dino. Chiriolexical Dino. There we go. I'm sorry, Predator. You will get something else. I'll make sure to keep you on the list there. But I'm not going to name a place where a bunch of kids go. Predator anything. Okay, it's just I'm vetoing that one right now. Right now, that should have actually made a huge difference to their leisure time. Let's actually check that out. We still could do with a little bit over there. In fact, we could do with quite a lot over here. We could go with a bouncy castle, but I'm not really feeling that. We could go with a dog park. And I always like dog parks, but you know what? I've not had a large playground. Have we got like a large park? Oh my lord, that's huge! Ye gads! I like it, but it's huge. I could put it there. It would delete a bunch of buildings. No, I wouldn't. I can't actually fit it in. Ye gads! Well, I'm going to place this down. We haven't got any of these large parks, and I kind of want one. Especially now that I've seen it. So, it's going to cost an awful lot, though, isn't it? Well, actually 40 a week. A park with lots of trees that offer shady spots for picnic goers and people walking through the park. Very well. This is going bang smack there. Boom! Wow, that had less of an effect than the carousel. Did that cost more? It costs more per week, yeah. Okay. I guess it's because it's a little bit more active of a thing. You're actively using the carousel rather than... Let's get this around the park. Rather than with this, you're just walking. I say just. Walking is a fantastic thing to do. But there we are. That should be making a lot of people fairly happy for now. Could we... Oh, we can. That'll actually be a good little spot for us to bring a road out. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm impressed. Let's bring that out a little bit more, though. Now we'll take this down and possibly have to shape it into this road. No, actually, it would have gone normally. Okay. Oh, no, it won't. It lied to me, damn it. Game, why you do? There we go. Alright then. That's actually really quite nice. Got a little bit more of a demand for commercial, but we're going to go with residential here. And we're going to actually have some low-density residential there. I don't know why, but that seems to fit with that lovely park. I don't want high-rises ruining it. That said, I'm going to have high-rises over here. Well, actually, that said, it's right next to a highway, so really... I didn't really think that one through. I'll be the first to admit. The logic there wasn't, basically. Let's bring that straight down, connect it over there. And then bring... Oh, no. One across. There we go. Can we bring this down? Not quite. You know what? I'm happy with just bringing it down that far and just leaving that as a road. And then fill this up with some high-rises. There we go. Right, now, the question is, I think we need some docks. First, we want an actual cargo harbour. And I'm thinking we want a cargo harbour around about here, so that we can get some deliveries. How's that road going to interact with it? Probably in a pretty nasty way. Where can we get this to work then? I'm sure there we are. I have a cargo harbour right there. Now I'm going to pause this, go into roads. Ooh, that's a bit of a steep one. How about, can I upgrade this to a one-way? Can't interact with it. Well, I'm going to have it be a one-way, whether it likes it or not. We'll give you some trees, though, because, you know, I'm a nice guy. I'm taking away your ability to turn. Oh, wow. Oh, it's because the land is so rotten and polluted that the tree's not doing well, blast them. Slope too steep. Oh, yes. So it is. Okay. Maybe we're going to have to bring it up from this side down. So bring it to about there. And then turn it. Let's go with a freestyle. That's not quite what I want, honestly. Oh, actually, that isn't too bad. That way the bus stop is in the right place. Okay. I turn these around. Oh, really? Can I not? Oh, dear. What have I done? That is not so great. There we go. Oh, that's going to tell me it's too steep now, isn't it? You scallywag, you. Oh, no. Okay. I take it back. You're no longer a scallywag. Well, you still are, kind of, but you're less of one. There we go. Alright, that actually didn't work out too badly. That did not work out too badly at all. Okay, now then, we want this cargo harbour to be named... You know what, we'll go with the Predator cargo harbour there. There we are, Predator shipping harbour. Fantastic. Now, I'm thinking, possibly, about having another passenger ferry around here. I'm not entirely sure about that. I mean, this is bringing in a reasonable amount of people. I can only imagine having more of them would make it a little bit better. There's 100 of 100, 35, 56. There's quite a few coming through. 9. How about you? 39. We've got our first cargo. It's transporting... What are you transporting? Cargo to Renville? Owner Renville? What? Where on earth is Renville? I've never seen a Renville around here. What? I have no idea what's going on there. Oh, wait, we need to hook that up with water. I do apologize. Didn't think of that, you know, being that you're on the water, but of course you're going to need some drinking water and various facilities. That makes perfect sense when you think about it. Okay. How are we doing? We're probably very far away. Okay, right, well, we've got a fair bit of work ahead of us. How are we doing over there? We're not doing too badly. Is it possible to connect these? It is. There we go. We'll have that, a bit of a redundant loop there. Oh, we've got our first cargo coming in. There we are. Fantastic. Owner Renville. This one is Las Cruz. Portmont. Oh, that's pretty cool. Loads of different cities. I like it. So these are all delivering goods and or cargo to this place. And there we are. They're all going up there. It's a little bit awkward, I suppose, but not too terribly bad in some ways. There you get. Okay, I take it back. That is kind of bad. Problem is, here I don't allow them to just go across, which I guess is an issue. How about then? And this is all one way, which is unfortunate because if they want to deliver to these, they've got a long way to go. How about we get rid of this road for now? And instead, we'll make a road going over. We'll make a little bridge. So we'll get this, bring it along. Go with just straight road. We don't need anything of it. And no, slope's too steep. Of course it is. I should have thought about that. Really? Okay, fine. We'll pop it there, and then bring it down and find out where the slope stops being too steep. There we go. Alright, and just bring this across, and then down. And can we just bring it down here and connect? Or is that not going to be a possibility? It may not be possible, but I could perhaps just connect up there. I'm not sure if that would be a wise thing to do, however. Given that the type of road this is. It's basically my feeder road for... Okay, we'll see how this does. This may help, it may not. We'll have to have a look. I suspect I've made a huge problem here with all of this traffic. But hopefully... Some of them are turning up there. Okay, that's not too bad. It's taking some of the pressure off. Just a little bit, but it is taking the pressure off a bit. No, actually it's causing a bit of a... Things are backing up there now instead. Could I perhaps upgrade that road? Well, there's no real point upgrade. Well, actually, yes, there is a point to upgrade this road. Because that is not one way. So, for example, I could do that. That would allow some things to turn up there and go back that way if they really wanted to. So it gives my vehicles a bit of choice with where they're going to go. The buses are all starting to get jam-packed on this road. This road is really not up to the task anymore, I feel. Let's go ahead and upgrade it down that way. We'll allow things to come up this road. In fact, we'll do the same down here as well. There we go. And we'll paint in these buildings that we've adjusted now. Oops, did not mean to paint that. There we go. Now, how is this doing? That is not doing well. I must be honest with you. Oops, that is absolutely not what I wanted to do. I want to drag this down there. Then upgrade this road. Then put... Oh, wait, no. I need to move that. That's the part I need to move. Okay. Well... Can I just move it over there? No, not easily. Oh, damn and blast. There we go. Please go away so I can adjust this. There we are. Ah! Why is that being so weird? I have no idea. We could place it here for now, just so that I can upgrade this road. Then I'll put it back. Ah, of course, that isn't going to work. Well, scallywag. Let's try and draw this up. This is going to be a bit of a potch. I appreciate that, but there we go. Can we now connect still? Yes, we can. Can this now connect, though? No, we cannot. Can we connect it with this? Nope. Okay, that is definitely a bit of a problem for us. How are we going to sort this out? I think the only way to do it would be to have this road continue through. Like so. Till about there. Then have this road connect up to it. A junction exists at this point. Curve it up. Not the nicest road, certainly, but hopefully it'll do. I'm going to adjust these roads actually around it. Let's get this a little bit better. So, up to about there. In fact, that does kind of work in a way. Because then we can pull this road away and simply have this one connect all the way up. Or we will in just a moment. Okay, that works there. Now we want a one-way from here down there. Okay, there we are. It's a little bit more uniform now. I did kind of like it not being uniform, but, well, when the alternative is having it all messed up, I guess I'll just accept it. About there. Oops, that is not what I wanted. What I want from you is to connect up here. Almost. Oh, come on. Seriously? This is being very fiddly. There we go. That's all I wanted. Really? You scallywag, you! I will have this go the right way. Okay. Let's try to bring this out again. And this is going in the recording. I'm not going to cut this out. You're going to have to suffer through this with me. I'm sorry about that. I do usually try to protect you from these kinds of shenanigans, but... damn it. If I'm having to go through it... there we go. Finally, we've got something that works. It only took us 1,000,000 years. There we are. That's not exactly a good road there, so let's adjust it slightly. Perfect. Well, I say perfect. Not really. Let's have the bus station, the metro there. And then we'll move the bus line over here. Just about there. So it's close to the metro. Then we just need to hook it back up. Finally got there. There we are. No. And where's the other line? Oh no! Oh no! Why would you do this? Oh, drat. Oh no, it's renewed itself. Okay. Seems that it has fixed. Yes. Yes. Okay. There we are. My goodness, that was a lot of work. Worth it, I think, but wow, a lot of work. You know what? We'll upgrade this as well, since we can. Is that all hooked up still? Yes. Oh, dear Lord. Still, things are kind of moving smoothly at this point. You know what the funny thing is? We've probably reduced the volume of traffic moving through here enough that we could just have... well, actually, I don't know. If we had a junction there, I think it probably would still cause issues. So, probably best that we don't. Part of me wants to, though, because we have this, basically, with the traffic lights causing all of the trouble. It's not one thing, it's another. Though, I guess these are just going up there to join up with the highway. I could make... a little bit better that these don't have to go through there, perhaps? Maybe if I just have it connect over there. That might actually work. Let's see if we can. So from here, we want it to basically connect like so. And we want this to be a one-way. Only want things... yeah, exactly. We don't want them turning off from the highway there. This is purely to get traffic out of this area and onto the highway. That may have just fixed it for us. It's remotely possible that has just solved our problem. Alright. Phew. I was getting a bit frustrating there for a moment. We are bringing in a fair few passengers at the moment. I'm still tempted to have another ferry port, though. This one would have to go somewhere... height too high, apparently. You sure? Because there was a moment there. There we go. See? I know you can do it. Don't lie to me, King. That'll do. Now, they're all very happy with this. But we're going to have some issues once again. Let's just get water down there. And I think this time, yeah, again, we're going to try for a one-way system. Oh, my Lord. That's going to be an interesting attempt, if we can even do it. Okay. Well, I'm willing to take the challenge. Okay, so we've got a little road there. And now we just need to bring it down. No, slope too steep. Slope too steep. Let's try and bring the slope up first then. Slope too steep. Oh, okay. We can get it to here. Can we connect it? Oh, we can. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. Can we take this a little bit further and then connect this down? No, slope too steep. Fair enough. I understand. Oh, I see what we can do here. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. I like it. I was going to say it's kind of clever, but that's blowing my own trumpet, really. Which, if you're dappy, you just don't do. Or at least you try not to. Something like this. Can we now connect down? Yes, but it's it's a bit of a mess. Let's see if we can't improve this a little bit. So we've got a road, and now we want the road to go this way. So about there. And then slowly turn and connect up. So we're going to get rid of you. Something like that, I think. Oh, slope too steep. I need to stop drawing it because he's basically trying to level it out. And I mean, that's kind of what I wanted to do. But at the same time, it's not. I don't want it to continually try to level it. I just want it to kind of be level-ish. That will work. And you know what? That isn't actually that bad of a curve. So, okay. Yeah, I accept. It's not terrible, basically. And that's all I need it to be. Is not terrible. We'll have you there. Make sure these are built out. I think that's actually part of this one. Okay. Well, you know, still, that's pretty nice. So we've got a one-way all the way down here. Now we've got to get a one-way all the way back up the other side. Well, that is going to be fun. Once again. Ooh, okay. I kind of approve of that, because that makes my job a lot easier. Would have been better if I could connect to this, though. I'm not sure there's anything I can do about that one. There must be. Let's bring this out a little bit. Can I bring it up a little bit more? Not easily. See, I like that path. I don't necessarily want to get rid of it. Can I bring this up from here? Oh, come on. Yes! But what I'm going to do with it when it's over there, I don't know. Because the main thing I'm concerned about is having two junctions close together. Actually, I suppose I could just connect the path. No. We're just going to try and bring this around. Something like so. And just accept that we're going to have two junctions super close together. That's really, really bad. What we could do instead, though, and actually, yeah, I think that's going to be the better option, is to do this. We may have to get rid of you a little bit more aggressively. Something like there. There we go. Okay, that actually fixes that area. Get those filled back in. And from about here back, we'll colour all of that as well. Alrighty, we have a new passenger port. I like it. We're going to need to add the Bone Dragon bus line to that one, though. That shouldn't be too hard for me to do. It goes down this way. Actually, it might be a little bit more annoying. Okay. Let's bring that down. And unfortunately, it literally goes the wrong way. Right, well... Can I bring this one down here? No. Oh, actually, that works out kind of to my benefit. If I do that, then I can drag this one down and have this one stop off there. And in fact, I can have another one then there as well. Well, yeah, we'll put that one there. And then just carries on its merry way down this way. Okay, that works out. I like it. I like it a lot. Finally, we need to rename this, and then this episode is over. This shall be the Galactronus People Port. Named for Volactus. There you go, Volactus. The Galactronus People Port is now in the game. Fantastic. And we've got a passenger ferry already coming in. Glorious. I am liking this. That pollution isn't so good, though. But I don't think we're going to get through this without having some pollution, so I'm just going to have to accept that. But in the next episode, looking at all of this, we'll probably be finishing off with Bone Dragon Henge with a little bit more offices and probably fleshing out the deeper wellery with more oil rigs. It looks like we've actually managed to harvest all of the oil. My lord, yes we have. That's quite frustrating, but on the plus side, at least most of the cargo is now being brought in by ship. What on earth is going on there? Is everyone okay? No, no one is okay. Everyone is dead. The ship is now piloting itself. Very advanced autopilot, but everyone died because of that crazy flinging thing going on there. The G-forces must have been absolutely terrible. But on that rather hair-raising note, and the fact that all these people in the buildings are dead, probably because, you know, a ship just plowed through them, we're going to leave it there. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.